I mentioned Cooper Flagg, the freshman.
It's Cooper Flagg.
Cooper Flagg. Cooper Flagg.
Cooper Flagg.
But Cooper Flagg is on another level.
Maybe you've heard of him. He's in the Final Four. He's the projected #1 player in the upcoming NBA draft. And he's the next big chase for sports card collectors. And for the first time, you can pack pull his autographs. I'm going to tell you the best way, or if you even should. Topps just released 2024-25 Bowman University Chrome Basketball, and it couldn't come at a better time. We're at the height of March Madness. The Final Four is about to begin, and it features the hottest player in college basketball, Cooper Flagg. He is definitely going to be and is the new chase for basketball, and Flagg gives basketball collectors something to get excited about after a very down 2024 NBA draft class. And Bowman U gives collectors their first chance to pack pull Flagg parallels and autographs. And if you've got Flagg fever like the rest of us, you're probably wondering, what's the best format? What's the best product to buy? In today's video, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to reveal all the secrets for each format with a full value sheet so you can find where your edge is. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how much it's actually going to cost you to pull a Cooper Flagg autograph and answer the question, is it even really worth it? Now, I'm not going to review the full checklist. If you want to see that, there's a link in the description below. But what I will tell you is some of the key players we're looking for are obviously the aforementioned Cooper Flagg, JuJu Watkins, Ace Bailey, Dylan Harper, Boogie Fland, Carter Knox, Anisha Moreau, Sarah Strong, and Hannah Hidalgo. The first thing you need to know is, what can you buy? Well, there's 5 different formats. 4 released on April 3rd, and the 5th is awaiting a release date. First up, we have the Hobby Box, which features 2 autographs, 10 insert cards, 2 refractors, and 6 X-Fractor parallels. Then there's the Breaker's Delight, which features 3 autographs, 3 refractors, and 1 insert or parallel per box. And then there's 2 retail offerings, the Mega Box and the Blaster Box. The 5th format is Sapphire, which will release at a later date. We don't have a lot of information on that, so we really won't be covering that here. The next thing you're probably wondering is, where can I spend my hard-earned money to get one of these sweet, sweet boxes? Well, if you want either of the 2 hobby formats, fortunately, you're going to have to turn to the secondary market. Places online like Dave & Adams, your local card shop, and you're going to have to use up a little bit more of that hard-earned money. For retail options, these are actually still available. They did show up on Walmart and Target shelves this week, and they're still available online. So the big question, which one should you buy? And that's why I have for you, which you won't find anywhere else, a full value sheet of Bowman University to help you decide which format is the best one for you and which one is the best value overall. Now let's take a look at the top of the value sheet where we're going to see the box prices and most importantly the price per card. Hobby boxes are coming in as of the time of this recording at around $300. That's $3.12 a card. Breaker's Delight, a boomer bust product, they're selling for around $325. That's $27 a card. We're not going to cover Sapphire here. We don't really have any information on that yet. The 2 retail options are the Value Box at $25. That's 89 cents a card. And then the cheapest per card is the Mega Box at 83 cents. It's not surprising that retail would be the best cost per card basis. But let's dive a little deeper. First, let's take a look at parallels, both non-numbered and numbered. One thing that immediately stands out is, and this has been typical and consistent of Topps recently, is there's not a lot of cross-pollination between parallels, especially in the numbered parallels. The only parallel that's shared between hobby and retail is the refractor. Otherwise, hobby and retail are segmented. For non-numbered, hobby gets the X-Fractors, Sky Blues, and the team logo variations, while Delight gets the Stealth. In retail, the Megas and the Value Boxes share the Purple Lavas, the Mega Boxes get the Green Shimmer, and the Value Box exclusive is the Black Wave. The bulk of the numbered cards are going to be found in Hobby Boxes and Breaker's Delights, and they range from $3.99 all the way down to 101s. Once we get down to anything numbered 50 and lower, the Hobby Boxes and Breakers split. Breaker's Delight gets some extra parallels that Hobby doesn't have, and these are the Stealths, the black and white to 48, the black and gold to 24, and the black and red 101s. kind of an extra little bonus that the Breakers Delights have over the Hobbies. They share nearly all the numbered parallels that Hobby has, except for the Superfractor. While Delight does have its own 101, nothing beats the Superfractor. So the creme de la creme premier base card, you're only going to find in Hobby. And as you can see by the color coding, it's cheaper to pull a numbered card out of Breakers than it is Hobby, unless we're talking about the higher number, the blues, the aqua waves, and the purples. Breakers Delight is the more cost-effective way to pull a low numbered card. And while retail doesn't have the breadth of numbered cards that Hobby formats have, it does have a little card up its sleeve. Each retail format has 2 low numbered parallels. The value boxes have the green wave, numbered to 85, and the red wave, numbered to 45, while the mega boxes have the orange shimmers to 65 and the blue shimmers 35. And on a cost per basis, retail is actually a fairly effective way to pull a numbered card. Take a look at the green waves. That's $818 to pull one. We compare that to the green out of the Hobby formats. It's twice as cost effective out of retail versus Hobby. The same holds true for the red waves versus the golds. It's much more cost effective, but not quite as much against the black and white stealths out of the Breakers. The same holds true for the mega boxes with the orange and blue shimmers. If you compare them to similarly numbered parallels out of Hobby formats, it's a much more cost-effective option. But that doesn't tell the whole story. What really tells the whole story is cost per parallel. And this is going to show us what it's going to cost to pull any parallel out of any format. For non-numbered parallels, as you'd expect, it's cheaper to pull them out of retail. But the more valuable cards, the numbered cards, the Hobby box and the Breakers are pretty similarly tied at $118. Only a few cents difference there, while the value box lags far, far behind at $534. The mega box comes in at a semi-respectable $295 per numbered parallel. For total parallels, as you'd expect, retail takes it here. It's just so cheap to pull non-numbered parallels out of retail. They're always basically going to win this category. Basically, if you want any parallel, buy retail. If you want the more valuable numbered parallels, buy a Hobby format. For the various insert sets, and there are plenty of them in Bowman University, again, they are segmented between the Hobby formats and the retail formats. I'm not going to show every single Hobby exclusive insert, and the odds and cost per are relatively close in value. We'll just take a look at campus icons here, and you can see you can get non-numbered versions in the Refractor, X-Fractor. You can get numbered blue, gold, orange, and Superfractors out of Hobby. And the Breakers Delights have the non-numbered stealth, black and white, black and gold, and black and red stealth. The one thing worth pointing out is Breakers Delight to pull a numbered parallel is considerably more cost-effective than Hobby. And then there's the retail exclusive inserts. There's 4 of them in total. And as you can see, the mega boxes are by far the most cost-effective way to pull one of these inserts over the value boxes. You can't pull non-numbered, you can't pull numbered. Let's kind of compare the retail exclusive versus the Hobby exclusive. When we compare Hobby versus retail, the Breakers Delight is the easiest, most cost-effective way to pull a numbered insert. But if you compare Hobby to the mega boxes, just forget about the value boxes altogether. The mega boxes are actually a better option. If you take the blue in Hobby, it's $3,400. In the mega boxes, it's $22,000, and it progresses down the line all the way down to the Superfractors. Mega boxes are a more cost-effective way to pull a numbered insert over the Hobby boxes. And last, the short print inserts. Again, each format, Hobby and retail, have their own short print inserts. Hobby has the After School Special. Retail has Physical Education. And Sapphire has the Treasured Talents. It's literally the only thing listed on the odd sheets thus far for Sapphire. What really tells the story, of course, is the cost per insert parallel. And the mega boxes come out on top here. That's a little edge for the mega boxes. Base insert, mega box. Non-numbered parallel insert. Actually, the Hobby takes this one. The mega box is slightly behind. For a numbered parallel insert, it's the mega boxes all day long. $373. Hobby comes in second at $453. I know I said earlier the Breakers Delight were the best. When you take every possible inserts, and there's a lot of insert sets, those blues really come into play. The Delights don't really have a quote-unquote cheap numbered parallel. And short print inserts, retail is the king here by a mile, although When we get to print runs, you'll see why exactly. Total cost per insert parallel actually ends up being pretty close when it's all said and done, just because of the sheer number of non-numbered insert parallels you're going to get out of a hobby box. But hobby and megas are the way to go. Now for the real chase in Bowman U, and that's the autographs. We're all chasing that Cooper Flagg autograph, and these actually surprised me when I did the value sheet. We look at the base autographs. What really stands out are the mega boxes. Just to pull a green shimmer autograph, it's non-numbered, it's 75 bucks. That's half as much as any other format. And that holds true for the other parallels. The orange shimmer numbered to 65, 535 bucks. Blows comparable parallels in all the other formats out of the water. Same with the blue shimmer. For a base autograph, the mega boxes are awesome. And these are really the kind of edges when you do a value sheet and you look at the numbers that you find out. If we didn't have a value sheet, we would just be kind of guessing, wow, these seem really good. I don't know. I knew this guy who pulled this. This is why we do value sheets. All is not lost, though, for a hobby. It does have something retail can't offer, and that's the insert autographs. I believe all or most of these are on-card autographs. They are a little pricey to pull, but it's something hobby offers that retail simply doesn't. But what will really tell this story is just cost per autograph. And the big question is, do the insert parallels make up the ground for the base autographs to bring hobby even par with the mega boxes? The answer is almost. The mega boxes come in at almost $61 per autograph, with the Breaker's Delight at $93. Both hobby and the value boxes lag behind both of those two. This is bar none the most shocking thing, surprising thing about the value sheet. That mega boxes are so good at pulling an autograph. And really, that's all you want to do out of Bowman Chrome U is a chance to pull an autograph, a chance to pull a Cooper Flagg autograph. The question is it worth it? Well, I've calculated, based on probability, what it would cost you to actually pull a Cooper Flagg autograph. And to answer the question, should you even bother? Through the magical powers of mathematics, I figured out the probability to pull an autograph in any given pack for each particular format. What you're looking at here is the probability to pull a Cooper Flagg autograph out of a hobby box. And I pulled all that data together to figure out what it's going to cost you across different probabilities to pull a Cooper Flagg autograph out of each format. So first, I calculated the probability to pull an autograph in any given pack. That's represented by a percentage. Then I calculated the least number of packs, represented by N, necessary to pull at least one card, a Cooper Flagg auto, with the probability P. I have 50%, 75%, 90%, 99%, and 99.9% probability to pull a Cooper Flagg auto. This is how many packs it's going to take to ensure you're going to pull a Cooper Flagg auto. And you'd actually multiply this number by 100. So if you look at the hobby box, to have a 50% chance at pulling a Cooper Flagg autograph, you'd have to open 557 packs. That is just a hair over 23 boxes. That's almost 2 cases, and that's just at a 50% shot. If you want a 100% shot opening hobby boxes to pull a Cooper Flagg auto, you'd only have to open 5,553 packs. That is a mere 231 boxes or 19 cases. So you can look at those numbers and take them in for yourself across every format. When you put it into perspective, it's quite astounding. And on the right, knowing the required amount of packs to open to get a Cooper Flagg autograph, we know the cost per pack. We can calculate for each probability function what it's going to cost you to pull a Flagg auto. And these numbers stand up to our cost per autograph we had previously, but the numbers are truly astounding. To simply have a better than 50% chance at pulling a Flagg auto, the mega boxes are your best bet, and you only have to spend $4,000. To have a 100% chance out of those megas, you'd only have to spend $42,000. The Breaker's Delight come in second at $59,000, the hobby boxes at $69,000, and the value boxes just a cool $110,000. So what's the answer to the question, is it even worth chasing a Flagg autograph? To answer that, we'd finally have to know, what do Cooper Flagg autographs sell for? There aren't many out there. There's just a handful. Like his base autograph sold for $1,700, and 2 of his eye test autographs sold for $1,500 and $1,000 respectively. I think we all knew the answer to the question. The answer is no, it's not worth it to chase Cooper Flagg autographs. It's really not worth it to ever chase a particular autograph. I think we intuitively know that, but it's just a feeling. When you see the numbers, it just really puts it into perspective. Yes, opening packs, opening boxes is fun. There's nothing more exciting, more thrilling to pack pull a huge card. We know we're rolling the dice when we buy a box, chasing a particular card, but I don't think we really know how impossible it is. So hopefully this put it into perspective for you just a little bit. And if you do open some Bowman U, don't do it just for a Cooper Flagg autograph. Do it because you love college basketball, you love the players, and you just love cards. If you want a Flagg auto, go out and buy one. But if you gotta buy a box, you want to pack pull it, go buy some mega boxes. Maybe you'll get lucky. And I'm not quite done yet. I got some bonus data for you. So I calculated the total printed per player for non-numbered cards. You can see here, I'm not going to go over every one, but I will note that the stealths out of the Breakers Delight, very uncommon, only 136 per player. Team logo variations, only 28. As I mentioned previously, the short print inserts, there's a lot more of the quote-unquote short print inserts in retail, almost 600 versus the hobby formats. There's only 93. You can see the autographs there in the top right. There's a lot of green shimmers and black waves in retail. Insert autographs, limited to about 100 copies per player. And how much stuff of this did they make? They made about 34,000 hobby box, 13,600 Breakers Delights, 278,000 value boxes, and 59,000 mega boxes. So there you have it. I really truly do hope you guys got something out of this video, learned something you didn't know before. If you did like this video, want to help support the channel, consider becoming a subscriber, hit that thumbs up button, like the video. I do want to thank you guys for spending even just a minute of your time with me today. And until next time, peace.